Rafael Nadal and Carlos Alcaraz have failed to meet the criteria to represent Spain at the 2024 Olympic Games, but they could still find a way to compete. Rafael Nadal and Carlos Alcaraz have been told how they can apply to compete in next year's Olympics, as they both fail to meet the usual criteria to represent their country. Both men have already discussed the prospect of playing doubles together at the Paris 2024 Games. But they no longer have a chance to become eligible for the Olympics given Spain's Davis Cup calendar, meaning they can send a letter to the International Tennis Federation explaining why they have failed to meet the requirements. In order for a player to compete at the Olympics, they must be part of their country's Davis Cup team on at least 2 separate occasions in the Olympic cycle, and, for the Paris Games, one of these must come in 2023 or 2024. In Nadal's case, the 37-year-old has not played in the Davis Cup since Spain won it in 2019. Meanwhile, Alcaraz represented his country on one occasion in 2022 and did not join the team at the Davis Cup this year. Spain has since received a wildcard to the Davis Cup group stage in September 2024, meaning the nation has no more ties to contest until after the Olympics. It means that neither man can join their Davis Cup team in time to be eligible to compete in Paris 2024. However, according to Marca, they will be able to plead their respective cases in a letter to the ITF, sent via the Spanish Tennis Federation. In Alcaraz's case, the world number 2 can argue that, with Spain's group stage wildcard, he has lost his chance to be part of the Davis Cup team in 2024. The ITF also takes into consideration when a player is a newcomer to the team tournaments, and the 20-year-old's ranking has also only been high enough for him to compete in recent years. As for Nadal, the 22-time Grand Slam champion has dealt with multiple injury issues since the last Olympics. He missed the Tokyo 2020 Games, which were delayed by a year, due to a foot injury, and shut down his 2021 season in August due to a foot injury. After a successful return to competition in 2022, he injured his abdomen at Wimbledon and only played 4 tournaments for the rest of the year. Nadal then picked up a PSO's injury in January of this year and hasn't played since. He had previously earmarked the Davis Cup Finals as a potential comeback tournament, but Spain failed to qualify for the final 8 when they were knocked out in the group stage. The 37-year-old will be able to argue that injury has prevented him from playing a regular schedule and, therefore, from representing Spain in the Davis Cup. The ITF requires a player to evidence any injury or illness, through authorized medical records, clearly identifying the period of absence from all competitive tennis. They also take into consideration the strength of a nation and a player's past dedication to playing for their country, and, as a 5-time Davis Cup champion, Nadal's commitment will already be clear.